Violence is not stopping.
With all the violence that's going on in America, it just seems like we need to change something, and it has to be fundamental.
Violence is not something that can be solely abrogated, nor would I think it should be.
Creation is violent.
Violence is a broad term. It means something different to a lot of people.
We're losing children left and right with violence.
You have to have this victory over violence. You have to stop.
My name is Tony Vyas, and I'm 19 years old. Even if you're not a consistently violent, physically violent person, I'm not really a consistently violent person at all. It still lives in you, like anger, you know what I mean? It manifests in fear.
That rise. Add that.
He was a terror. This young man here was a terror. I didn't know what was going to happen to him in his life. He terrorized me. He terrorized his sister. It was awful. He would break windows. He would get in fights with his sister, get in fights with me. It was horrible. It's a serious change in the entire relationship. But I really believe that he was the key to it. Because of his practice, he was able to get his sister to chant, which is something I couldn't do.
大嫌いだった兄に勧められて仏教を始めるなんて不思議よね。でも兄は本当に変わったの。私はビッキー・バイエス、16歳です。拳銃やナイフを使うだけが校内暴力じゃない。もちろんそれを持ってきたり、物を盗んだり、放火もあるけど、きっとそれは精神的な問題から来てると思う。自暴自棄になって自殺する人もいる。暴力はいつも他人にばかり向けられるものじゃない。暴力を振るっている自分自身も傷つくの。以前、私の友人の初恋の相手が木から首を吊って自殺してしまったの。裏庭でそれを見つけた両親はすごく悲しんだと思う。彼はどうせ僕なんかどうなってもいいんだと遺書に書き残したんだって。今まで一緒だった人が急に死んじゃうなんて悲しいよね。私たちアメリカ SGI の青年部は社会の暴力に立ち向かうためにビクトリー・オーバー・バイオレンスという非暴力運動を始めました。若い私たちがどうしたら暴力をなくせるかお互いに考え話し合う草の根の運動です。暴力の根っこは自分の心の中にあるんだから、暴力を選ぶのも選ばないのも自分次第だということ。学校や地域の人たちもこの運動に参加してもらっています。
Now, live, local, late breaking. You're watching Southern California's CBS 2 News at 6.
A big day in Panorama City as hundreds of Southland families and teenagers came out for the Victory Over Violence Summer Festival in Panorama City.
Otro evento de gran importancia hoy tuvo lugar en el Valle de San Fernando. El festival de verano llamado Victoria sobre la Violencia se efectuó en el centro comunitario Soka Gaki de la calle Nordoff. Al evento acudieron decenas de jóvenes que están buscando mejorar sus vidas y abandonar un mundo pasado de violencia.
ビクトリー・オーバー・バイオレンスのイベントはアメリカの至る所で開催されました。その中でも一大イベントになったのがロサンゼルスで行われた1000人以上の青年が参加した文化祭です。3ヶ月間の練習は正直言ってきつかった。でも何百人もの大人の人たちが陰で私たちを支えてくれました。
The performance is just the icing on the cake, but the real part has been these kids and their growth and their development. It's not about the show, it's really about what they can learn and develop and transform for their inner lives.
One thing that I can say about my family, Kyra, that it's very deep.
My name is Lilia Williams and I am 18 years old.
My mother and my father separated about 8 years ago. For my mom to have 5 children and my father to leave, who was the person who brought in the income, it was a tremendous struggle for my mom to take care of us. After that, my mom just really struggled and struggled, but she always stayed with us. family, and she took care of us, you know, however she could. Well, I have 3 older brothers. One is 25, the other's 22, and the other's 20. And my older brothers, I have a very good relationship with them. Heathcliff, I'm sorry, this is a touchy subject, but Heathcliff is the second to oldest. And when he was younger, he was always, because he's dark, he's the darkest one in our family, other than my father, but the darkest one of us kids. He always felt like an outcast. And so he kind of like went to these gangs for the attention, I guess. And he is in prison right now, and he's been through a lot, been through quite a bit in the past 5 or 6 years. He's in prison for bank robbery, and in that bank robbery, a police officer or a security guard was shot and killed. So he's in jail for 25 years to life. He just really had to face reality, you know, face what he was gonna have to deal with since he was caught. You know, everything was kind of ran up on him. And so he started to practice, and he really, you know, just put himself, his whole self into this practice. And he's changed so much. And, you know, although it's touchy and I cry about it, I'm really happy because my brother is a totally different person. I think what he went through is what he needed to go through to really start practicing himself.
リリアは文化祭でダンスグループの一員として出演。若いメンバーにはダンスステップも教えました。
For me, being a leader means to really communicate with the members, help to encourage them.
I really, really love helping people, and I really see the potential that I have.
今日アメリカで広がった私たちの SGI 運動も一人の人の行動から始まりました。1960年、初めてアメリカの地を訪れた池田先生は、戦後結婚してアメリカに渡り故郷を思い泣いて暮らしていた婦人たちを一人一人勇気づけていったそうです。今、アメリカ各地で大勢の青年たちが集まり、SGI メンバーとして活躍しています。
私は青年を信じます。青年しか未来を理想的な平和、理想的な楽しい、そして美しい、朗らかな明るい世界を作る人はいないと思っています。老人ではできない、政治家でもできない、青年です。青年は宝です、人類の。こう結論しています。